Congressman Tom Emmer facing some backlash tonight for what he said this week about the Somali community. Ian has the video of what he said that's sparking the criticism.
Please welcome our good friend, Congressman Tom Emmer of Minnesota.
Representative Tom Emmer facing backlash for comments made on Capitol Hill Thursday.
I just said to Sally when I was coming up here, she put great talking points together for me, and I said, do you mind if I go rogue?
Speaking to the Faith and Freedom Coalition's town hall, Emmer discussed Minnesota and crime that's happened here. His focus quickly turned to immigrants and assimilation.
They let immigrants who come to this country not wanting to assimilate lie, cheat, and steal from them our money. Guess what? There is nothing racist about calling out a criminal.
But it was later in his remarks that as Emmer facing criticism, the congressman telling people who don't assimilate to get out.
We celebrate everyone's culture. We're happy with that, as long as you are an American. Celebrate your culture. I don't care. Italian, Polish, Somali, okay? But they don't assimilate. And if they don't assimilate, then they should go the hell back to where they came from.
I'm disappointed with the congressman.
Jailani Hussein is the executive director of the Council on American Islamic Relations for Minnesota. He says Emmer's comments are hurtful and unacceptable.
For a congressman who understands the Constitution of the United States and how that operates, to just blatantly target a community, it's unacceptable. I've lived here for all of my life now. I'm as Minnesotan as you can get. I deer hunt in Minnesota. I do all the. So what is he talking about? I don't know what he's talking about. I think other than being racist against Somali Americans.
Emmer's tone on the Somali population has seemed to shift over the past decade. 10 years ago, the congressman spoke at a town hall in St. Cloud, which has a large Somali population. Audio from that town hall was discussed a year later on the This American Life podcast. These are some of Emmer's comments from then.
And if you're asking me how I feel about immigrant populations who are in this country legally and who are actually trying to find a better way for themselves and their families, I support it wholeheartedly. I mean, the Germans had the same problem when they came over. The Polish had the problem. The Chinese had the problem. The other people, I'm going to tell you, the Somalis, according to the measurements that have been used over time, are some of the fastest assimilating populations that we've had.
Now, I have reached out to a spokesperson for the congressman to see if there was any other additional comment or statement past what was said at that town hall Thursday. I was told there was not, but that Emmer has made similar statements on this issue over the past several months. Jenna?
Well, Ian, it's worth pointing out he has ties to the Somali community. You point out there's a large Somali population in his district, but his ties to the community go back to his first term in Congress.
Yeah, I mean, 11 years at this point, right? Emmer and then Representative Keith Ellison, they started the House Somalia Caucus back then. And a statement to the press from the two in 2015 said that, quote, Somalia is not a far-off foreign policy issue. It's a matter of domestic policy and national security. So certainly some things from back then also tied to what we're talking about now.
And a big reason for reaching out is to see, if we could ask questions about what he said yesterday and what does he mean by assimilation?
Exactly, yeah. And when I reached out, I was just told, hey, no statement. What was said was what was said, and they'll leave it at that.
All right. Thanks so much, Ian. We'll be right back.